Hi, how you guys doing? You alright? Kalorian, we'll be discovering Nordics DLC today. At the moment, we're gonna go from Ivalo to Nordic. So that'll be our journey for today. Let me just try to adjust the sound. I do not want it. I don't want the sound to be. Well, I don't want the engine to be overcrowding my sound. So just give me 1 second. Cody, how you doing? You alright? Yeah, composite picture editor, mate. Composite picture editor. Guys, would you be able to just tell me if you can hear me alright? Yeah, no worries, Cody, that's fine. Gabriel, how you doing, man? Thank you, Cody, mate. Yeah, today we've actually got a GPS set up, so should be doing fine. Yesterday I was doing a stream from ATS, and I was using the hood camera. I could not actually see the GPS, so we were driving kind of blind. Today, this should look a little bit better. ASUS Ferreira, thank you for the sub, man. Gabriel, you can get the GPS on George Customs. He's got a pack of cabin accessories along with GPSs and other bits for the trucks. We were driving the MAN today with a bus bug configuration by Cast. Navin Rose, how you doing? You right? Yeah, I'm just gonna display the truck quickly. That's what we're driving today. And lower the suspension a little bit. Yeah, kind of a Nordic style of a truck, so. Gamer room, how you doing? You right? My GPU 5080. Gabriel, yeah, I like that truck as well. It looks alright. There's a lot of configurations to the cast trailers as well. I think that he's got around 6 or 7 different trailers that you can hook up to the rigid setup, and then you can play around with the trailer that you pull in as well. So yeah. Guys, we got 16 people on the stream. I'd like to welcome everyone. I hope that you guys having a good day, good evening, or good morning, wherever you are located in. Navin Rose, yes, it's Snowy Moon, PNG, NorthExperience Beta, and the Project Ultimate ReShade V3 preview. Yeah, today it goes way better with the GPS actually being on the windscreen. Yesterday we were struggling a little bit in ATS with driving out the GPS, but we kind of managed it through. So guys, we got 23 people on the stream. Whoever just tuned in, I'd like to wish you a good evening, good day, or good morning if you're located either US, Europe, Asia, or anywhere else. Navin Rose, thank you for the sub, man. Oh, we'll just run a red light. Apologies for that. Cronco Gaming, how you doing, mate? Indonesia, what time is it now for you in there? It's 7:30 p.m. where I'm from. Little Sicker, how you doing, man? You alright? So we got some viewers from Denmark, Indonesia. Clastro, how you doing, man? I'm hoping that you're having a good day, good evening. Hello, I was born in Poland, grew up in Canada, and I live in the UK, so bit of a mix. I speak English and Polish as well. Cluster, I'm driving a 32-inch 4K. It's a curved model. There's not that much curve to it, but I think it's the 1500R. Michał, witam serdecznie, witam cię. Cody, Hungary, yeah? Szeged. Szeged, Budapest. Davidoff, that's the extended seat view mod from Steam. Hello in Bulgaria, nice, nice. Siema kierowniku, siema Ibus. Dzięki Michał, dzięki wielkie. Guys, I hope you don't mind. I've got some people tuning in from Poland as well. I speak Polish and English, so I hope that you guys don't mind if I, from time to time, answer comment in Polish as well. Yeah, Clash, so even if you have the same resolution, stretched on a larger screen is not going to be as sharp as a more compacted screen. I think if you're looking for a sharp picture, I wouldn't go any higher than 32-inch for 4K. Could go higher, but then your monitor will have to be set way further away from you. Serkan, hi Devin, right? My GPU is a 5080. Bronco Gaming, 2 o'clock in the morning. I appreciate you being here if it's that late in the morning for you. Yeah, Clastro, if you're actually looking at the density of the pixels, you might be way better off with 27-inch in 2K than a 4K 50-inch. I did have a 43-inch 4K, and the 32-inch that I've got now looks way clearer than the 43-inch. Davidoff, yeah, I can show you my FOV settings. If you have a look, it's on 85 at the moment. I'm slightly tipped to the right. Also, with the steering wheel, normal setup will be something like this. I always try to tilt it forward my way. Sanga plays bonjour, bonjour. Yeah, Clash, 100%. 32-inch for 4K, in my opinion, is the sweet spot. Before I had this monitor, I was using a 2K 27-inch, and to be honest, that looked alright for me as well. Catalin, how you doing, man? You alright? How's your evening doing? How's your evening going? Kathleen, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm all good. I was out and about today, doing a couple of bits. Just decided to put the stream on. Yesterday I've done my first stream on ATS. I wanted to display ETS2 a little bit today as well, so that's why we jumped on the Nordics DLC today. I really do like the road texture that we're on at the moment. It has this kind of a yellowish red kind of a look to it. Kissed, yes, I'm considering doing something like this. I've gotten a ton of messages over the last 2-3 months regarding a tutorial like this. There's a lot of tutorials on the internet regarding installation of ReShade, Snowy Moon, PNG and all of that, but I think that there's a lot of people tuning in, so it would make sense for me to make one as well. So at some point, you'll see something like that going in my channel. Yeah, the 27-inch will look good, but yeah, that's why I opted for a 32-inch. I was fine with the 27-inch, but sometimes it just feels a little bit smaller, to be honest. Lily Sicko, at the moment, we're in the winter months in real life. We do not have winter for PNG yet, so no winter videos so far. Mr. Klonik, dzięki wielkie. Miło słyszeć, że podoba się ta grafika. Moez Ali, how you doing, man? You alright? I'm glad that you tuned in today as well. Kissed 100%, 100%. If you actually add some of the mods that myself and other people are using, it will look way better than the vanilla setup. However, some people like to run vanilla ETS and ATS as well. I know people that do not use any of the mods and they still kind of enjoy the game. Lenny, how you doing, mate? I'm glad that you've actually sent the comment in Polish, and I appreciate that, Lenny. Mr. Klonik, widzę, że całą ekipą czekacie na to. Kiss, yeah, you could say that, yeah. I mean, everyone has their preferences, so I'm not going to judge, but you know, there's people that enjoy it. I don't think that I'll be able to play ETS and ATS without mods, but Circon ETS3, yeah. Mate, I would just hope that ETS2 would look like this, and I'll be happy with that. Guys, we got 38 people on the stream. I'd like to thank everyone who tuned in and decided to just ride along for today. Nico, thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Moz, I think that as well, 32-inch is kind of a sweet spot for me. Moz, you know what, I'm just driving along now because the ATS version is almost done. Just looking at the ETS, I'll still be doing a little bit of adjustment to the light itself. I think that the blue is a bit overexposed, a bit uncontrasted as well. I don't know if how you see it on your end. I think that there'll be a few adjustments to it. Where's the open pipe sound? Cody, I don't know. Are they making open pipe mans? They probably are in Holland, to be honest. Cody, you know what? To get that open pipe sound, you know which one I'll have to use? The Greek one. Yeah, Kist. I agree with you. They should look like this. JP Productions, how you doing, my man? I hope that you're having an amazing day, mate. Cody, where'd you get that sound from? To be honest, I don't think that I came across a open pipe for MANs before. Moz, you know what? That's true though. That's I mean, I know that we all run different setups, and you know, there's almost 2,000 people on the project at the moment, and everyone is running different setups. But your game looks extremely similar to mine. So if you're seeing what I'm running with, the white light might change a little bit. Because it's 3 PM now, and the skybox did not. Well, the skybox did change a little bit, but I think that some of the white light should come down. V1 is already made in a way that there's a lot of flare coming from the skybox. I think that V3 might just kind of benefit from having a. Well, there's no flare now, to be honest, but the skybox is a little bit overexposed. Macios 1236, siema, witam. Oh, I see, Cody, I see. But that's why I did not come across it. That's kind of true. I mean, I'm not sure what kind of commitments they've got at the SCS. I don't know if they're unable to work on certain bits for the game, or they can't work on any other bits for the game if it comes to the graphics engine. They have said that they're working on the graphics engine for a longer period of time now, but I guess it's yet to see what it looks like. Yeah, skybox is a little bit too bright. To be honest, because I've got Snowy Moon at default now, because I'm working on it, I would actually have to adjust the colors within the ReShade as well, because I don't know if you've seen, ATS version looks almost perfect now. ETS is looking fine, but there's a couple of tweaks that I need to do, because I can't really affect white light with not affecting the light blue, so I'll have to kind of separate it and adjust it separately. Flasher, thank you so much. Thank you, man. Yeah, ATS looks fine. It has few settings that are different to the ETS2 versions, but I can't use the same ones due to the way the skyboxes are viewed in ETS and ATS. As I said that yesterday, the horizons are way much exposed in ATS than ETS2, so. But yeah, we'll still got a little bit of time for the V3 release, so. Kissed, yeah. They look alright. They look good. The latest one was done with V3. The new preview for my ReShade. That was from today. The previous ones were done with the V1 version of the ReShade. To be honest, I think the V1 will be the superior version. However, if you're looking at having similar experience across most of the setups, and for people with a little bit weaker GPUs, and for people that are unable to get to a certain point with the resolution, as if you're playing 4K you'll be fine, but then if you're playing in 2K you should be alright. However, when you're dropping down to 1080p, some of the features that look alright on 2K and 4K do not look that good on 1080p. So the V3 will look much better across all of the setups. Good evening, Dame. Good evening. I guess you can actually see how good of a job Damien did with the textures for the Nordics DLC, for the PNG NorthExperience. Rodrigo's Fontes, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Kiss, you'll be fine in 2K. I think the biggest difference comes when you actually try to run this on 1080p. 2K and 4K, most of the features of ReShade and Snowy Moon, they look crisp enough. On 1080p, there's a little bit of adjustments that need to be made. Cody, that's a good question. Well, apparently they've been doing it for some time now. But the last time I've heard any kind of updates on that was mid last year, so... Moyes, if everything goes right and goes to plan, check your inbox tomorrow, yeah? It is the newest beta. Or it's the last one that was available. Unless I do not know something about a newer one, but that's the last one that was updated. I can have a look quick in a second. Let me just get to where we need to drop this off, and I'll confirm what version that is, but it should be the latest one. Michał ZLC, dzięki wielkie, dzięki. Miłego wieczoru ci życzę. Astrox, I'm using PNG, Snowy Moon 2 and Project Ultimate ReShade, right? Guys, we got 27 people on the stream. Thank you to everyone who decided to tune in for the ride along. we could do for the next drop, we could actually drive in rain. I would have to change something a little bit though. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look in a second. 0212 should be that one. But yeah, let me just drop it off and I'll have a look what we've got. Because I bet they were talking about the road posts, the markings near the roads. Kapsel, siema, siema, witam. How to change skyboxes. You open up your console. G underscore set underscore skybox 1, 2, sorry, 4, whatever you want to set it to. PNG has 11 skyboxes, so you can choose anywhere from 1 to 11 and then adjust it that way. It's the same with the overcast and sunny weather. You go G underscore set underscore weather, and then you go 1 to 2, and then it just changes between the rainy weather and the sunny weather. And then once you go into overcast weather, you've got the options of skyboxes 1, 2, and 3. And that changes the intensity of it. Flapisiak, siema, witam. Raw PNG. You can text me, and I can drop you some pictures. At the moment, I do not want to turn anything off, as sometimes when I try to change the the aliasing settings, the game might freeze. So. Napisek, wiesz co? Mam hard drive stary, ale mam też kilka SSD, więc ta informacja jest trochę przestarzała już. Yes, move for the USA. Yeah, so just to kind of distinguish the differences between the mods and what it do. If you're just running PNG, you're looking at the textures and the weather mod and just how the game looks texture-wise and skybox textures. Snowy Moon adds the rendering to it, so it changes the way that the vegetation is set. It changes everything that could be rendered within the game, and then ReShade adjusts any kind of color grading, adding extra rendering bits. Kapsel, no, też bym tak uważał, że wygląda to lepiej na PNG niż na Brutal Weather. depth z pogody, z brutal weather nie jest aż tak dobrze zrobiony, nie jest aż tak dobrze wyselekcjonowany jak PNG, więc tam na pewno będziesz miał o wiele więcej kontrastu na niektórych skyboxach i nie będzie to aż tak ujednolicone jak w PNG. Silex 666, it's not Promods, it's the Nordics DLC. Yes, well, yes, so Snowy Moon just adds extra rendering to all the textures on that you've got on the stream. They're kind of live streamed. They're not actual textures. There's no texture folder within Snowy Moon, so yeah, distant fog and all of this. That's PNG. The whole weather cycles, the road textures, the weather cycles itself, fog, skyboxes. This is all PNG. Snowy Moon does not change that. Yeah, as Damien said, it's a render tweak. There's no textures to it. It's just code, somewhat similar to ReShade, that changes the textures in real life, well, real time. Aro 22 nie, to jest Manot SCS. Aro, podmieniłem sobie DDS na wyświetlaczu multimedialnym, wiesz? Hanzo, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in today as well. You spent some time with us in ATS yesterday. Guys, we got 33 people on the stream. Thank you to everyone who decided to tune in. Znaczy w Gloverze też musiałbyś sobie to zmienić, tylko mi się wydaje, że Glover ma zablokowany mod i bez odpowiednich narzędzi i tam jakiejś też zgody na to, to miałbyś tam lekki problem, żeby to ogarnąć, także... Okay guys, we're gonna take a minute break. I just need to adjust something quickly within the PNG. Smoothwater USA. I would run Snowy Moon as well. I would run all three options. It's got rushed. I think that they will change the game engine. They might do at some point. But I think that they're just trying to evolve the one that they've got at the moment, the Prism 3D. Wiem, mówiłeś, wiem, widzę. Będzie teraz kara. Tydzień bez PNG. Yeah, well, it's 100%. But to be honest, if I'm looking at the graphics, I would 100% use 3 of them. So PNG. I mean, as a start, you'd use Snowy Moon and PNG. Then if you want to enhance it further, you'd look at reshades. Ira, thank you for the sub. Hanzo, there's one more step that you'll be missing with the installation for Reshade in Snowy Moon. Gold Rush, it might look alright in Unreal Engine, but then it will have to be tweaked correctly and actually optimized correctly as well to look good. Juan Mohammed, how you doing, man? You alright? I'm all good. How's your day going? Zhakujesz mi płytę? No ja wiem, ta płyta już pewnie zhakowana, da. Yeah, Hanzo, it's just basically about creating the reshade folder within the Win64 folder. After you install it fresh, you should move all the reshade files into that folder and then put Snowy Moon into the Win64 folder. Hajra, a dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję. Dziękuję i witam. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to actually maneuver that around. I need to take another try at this. I mean, Truckers MP? I don't really run Truckers MP, to be honest. I use single player, I don't... Pawiczewski, no obiłem furę, ale najlepsze jest to, że to jest fura firmowa, także... Yeah, Oscar, I'm using the scratched Windows mod to adjust the windshield a little bit. Okay, let's see where we're gonna go next. We've just came through here. We could drive all the way down now. Tak, no ubezpieczenie pójdzie, to nie ma problemu. Okay, one thing we're gonna change because we're not gonna be driving at night. We're gonna skip to the morning. Guys, there's 37 people in the stream. How's everyone doing so far? I hope that everyone's having a good day, good evening, good morning in some parts of the world as well. Nie patrzę w lusterka, bo ja mam dobry zmysł, szósty zmysł. Albo i ósmy nawet. Oscar, regarding the windshield, I'm using the scratched windshield mod. It just adds scratches to the windshield. There's certain trucks that are added to that mod. You can get it from the ASUS forum. It's quite, well, I'm not gonna say that it's an outdated mod, but it's only done for the older trucks. So if you want that to work on the newer trucks, you would have to add the definition files to it. No tylko klepek brakuje, no. Pedro, hi man. How you doing, man? How you been today? You're from Mexico. You play both ETS2 and ATS? Yeah, Oscar, no worries, man. Jakiś Bartuś, siema, witam. Jak ci tam mija wieczór? A, no to git. A jaką szkołę teraz robisz? Znaczy jaki stopień szkoły? To jest gimnazjum, liceum? Nie wiem, czy gimnazja i licea dalej są, czy zmieniła się ta struktura tego. Rzeszowie, jak się ma. A DWO, tak. Tam będzie nowy profil z Tone Maps i ze wszystkim. A, Bartuś, rozumiem. Guys, we'll actually have to stop to get some fuel. I don't think that will have enough to get to where we need to go. Hello man, how you doing man? You alright? Thanks so much. I'm glad that you're liking the look. Tak, ja dodaję wszystkie konfigi od Snowy Moona. Tam do każdej wersji jest konfig do Snowy Moona. Damian, pod zakaz, no pod zakaz, no. No słuchaj. Jak się nie umie jeździć, to się pod zakaz bierze. Loman, to run this in 2K, just from a GPU perspective, you'd be looking at RTX 3070, 3080. To run this in 1080p, you'd be looking at something lower than that. To run this in 4K, I would advise at least a 4070, 4080 and above. That is for PNG, Snowy Moon V2 and ReShade. It depends what kind of a rendering aliasing you're using for Snowy Moon as well. If you're gonna use just normal anti-aliasing as a TAA, you should be fine with a weaker GPU. If you opt in for DLSS, understandable that you need a bit of a stronger GPU to handle the load. Texit, witam. Patrzyłem, wiesz, na tym warp, tam ustawiałem 0,80 i 0,90. Wiesz co? Jakbym jeździł bez kierownicy, to jest ok. Jak masz kierownicę przed sobą, to ona się jednak zacina. Jeżeli masz ustawione 60 fps i to w miarę płynnie idzie, to widzisz, że wszystko idzie w miarę płynnie, ale nie kierownica. Yeah, Devel, it will work. I used the 3080 before, and I was running this in 4K with 100 scaling as well. But then I had to drop to 75 scaling for recording. So, if you're not recording anything or you're not streaming, then the 3080 would be fine. Sam Walters, that's a TomTom from George Customs. You can have a look on his website. He's got the TomTom mod. He's got other cabin accessories mods in there as well. Yeah, Mars, the website's gonna look good. But I would say that you should be more excited for the NorthExperience than the website, to be honest. In my opinion, at least. Uh, yeah, I'm waiting for winter, so whenever it drops, if it drops, and whenever it drops, it should work with V3 as well. I mean, understandable that there might be some adjustments that will need to be made, as Snowy Moon has white light settings, it has shadow settings, you'll have much more of white exposure on the screen when running winter mod, so it'll work, but there'll most likely be some tweaks added to it. Oh my god. I'm looking at the chat, I'm not looking where I'm actually going. Damien will have a field day with me and seeing what I do on the stream now. Wow, wow, hello, hello. Hey, how you doing? So actually, how's it looking for you then? Are you enjoying what you're seeing, or? Yeah, I think you will enjoy it. It has less rendering to it. I mean, V3, it's some sort of a light version of, not exactly what a V1 is, but it's just a lighter version of a ReShade. I'll most likely still be running V1 and V2 with some mix of a V3 as well. But I think the V3 might look a little bit better on just across all the setups that you've got. All XNSC, that's the MAN sounds by Max. Yeah, it does. It does kind of enhances the leather texture and everything in the truck as well. I don't know if you notice. I mean, once you get this version, you will probably notice that there's much more sharpening to the half of the screen, and there's less sharpening to the top of the screen as well. So it should not affect the skyboxes that much, but it affects everything that is up close. I think that was the main thing that I wanted to work on regarding the sharpening. The previous versions and using the DLC sharpening, it would just over sharpen the whole image. But on 4K there was no issues with it. Once you went to 2K and 1080p, there was some issues with it. Yeah, I mean, I'm running DLSS at 100 scaling to 125 scaling at times, in 4K as well. I mean, with DLSS, I'm running a 5080 now. I don't think they'll be able to go above 150 scaling. So I think the 400 scaling that you mentioned would be from DLAA or TAA setting. I can tell you how I kind of had it set up. So I had a 3080 before, and I was running DLSS with 75 scaling to 100 scaling. Now I can push 125 with recording. I could probably push for 150 as well without recording it as well. Unless you were talking about just the game settings and not actual Snowy Moon rendering. But yeah, scaling wise, if it's DLSS, TAA, it would make a difference. If you're adjusting the scaling, it would look different. Just because you run it on a 4K screen doesn't mean that, you know, the resolution is not going to affect the way it looks. Yes, Rex, it was nice seeing you on the stream. Thanks for tuning in. You have a good night, mate. Regarding the camera, it's an extended seat view mod from Steam. There's a couple of versions on the Steam Workshop for it. It just overrides the way the camera looks. I set my FOV to around 85 to 90 and then adjust the settings accordingly. Ricky, how you doing, my man? The GPS on the windscreen, you can get it from George Customs. You can have a look on his website. He's got cabin accessories in there. He's got other mods in there as well. Logic ETS2 is looking good. I think so too, man. Thanks for tuning in today. Daveo, I think that I mean, I would see a difference. You might not see that much of a difference. I think that I would see a difference if I do that on my setup. Abdul, I'm not running Truckers MP. But if I was, I always run this game in 60 FPS, so I always have it locked at 60. I don't go beyond that number, so it's 60 for me at all times. At the moment, with a 5080 running this in 4K, I'm using 65% of my card, or with streaming it as well. So I'm not sure how far FPS wise you could actually go, but it will depend on your GPU as well. But I think in games like Microsoft Flight Simulator, ETS2, anything that is to do with simulation and just smooth kind of a gameplay, once you hit 60 FPS, it's kind of what you're looking at, like what you're looking to get. I'm not looking at getting any extra frames out of this. To be honest, we can actually adjust our scaling a little bit higher, just to see how it goes. It might lag for a bit. It's not that bad, it's 75% the card usage. Yeah, I got my snowy one set to these values. So DLSS quality preset F, and that is in 4K and 125 scaling. Tori M, how you doing, my man? Thank you for the sub. Anuj, I'm just having a look on your comment now. I'm using PNG, Snowy Moon V2, and Project Ultimate ReShade. That is the V3 version, the preview of it. I'm running this in 4K, 125 scaling, with a DLSS rendering option. And Project Ultimate ReShade is available on Patreon. You can have a look at the link in the description. Thank you so much, mate. I'm glad that you're enjoying the graphics. Yeah, and I feel the same way. I don't think that I'll play this game for long without graphics mods and truck mods and anything that is actually enhancing the gameplay. Snick, so because you're referencing a graphics card, did you mean to say graphics card or something else? Just looking where we could go next. I think I'm gonna go there. Snick, so if you're talking about the graphics mod, PNG is we buy it once. You might need to get yearly updates on it as well that might be paid. Snowy Moon V2, you need a monthly subscription for it to be running, active subscription as well. The ReShade, the Project Ultimate ReShade, you can sub to it for €550. Get whatever files are released and then decide to sub again if a new update comes, but you do not have to have a live sub for this to work. Logic, I'm just looking at it now. Yeah, that would go way better with PNG than the 3.4, 3.5. Jovan, just looking at your comment now, I'm running 60 FPS locked. Benicio Santos, hi there, my man. Thank you for tuning in. You supported yesterday with ATS, and I see you came to see ETS as well. Yeah, 100%. Once you start adding mods and see how the game looks with them, it's difficult to go back to it with just vanilla settings. Jovan, graphics wise, I'm running 4K with 125 scaling with DLSS quality from Snowy Moon. Okay, no, yeah, all of the mods that I'm using here are paid mods. The old rookie driver, thank you so much, mate. I'm glad that you're enjoying the graphics, man. Guys, there's 41 people in the stream. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in and having the ride along with us. Liam, good evening, mate. How you doing? Anuj, I'm just looking at your comment now. I've seen it before. I missed it. I'm just having a look now. Yeah, 100%. I think that then you just gotta understand that the 3D Prism engine that they're running is quite old. They are making updates on it. But yeah, I mean they're not running with the new titles from other simulation games that are running, so 100% the graphics difference is there. Benicio Santos, 100%, mate. I've been sub to drone modding for a couple of months now. I left the sub on because, to be honest, I just want to get all the updates that he's releasing. The amount of mods that he's got in there, it's quite good as well. Liam, I'm very pleased that you're liking the graphics. Thank you, man. Yeah, they're using the same graphics engine from the start, and you know, I understand that there's some sort of limitations to it as well, and I believe that they're working hard on that. People might not be seeing the effort, but I think once any kind of major updates start kicking in, the game will 100% look better. Liam, what truck that is? That is the SCS Man, but with the analog dashboard mod. You work in GPS with arrows? Yes, we do. Andre, I can show you my FOV settings. You're not gonna see much because it's just unlocked. I've got my FOV at 85, but then any other setting is it's kind of unlocked. As you see, nothing changes in here. One bit that I'm changing, I'm actually adjusting my steering wheel up and down. Vasky, I'm just looking at your comment now. If you're looking at the trees and everything, you'd have to put the trees above any of the PNG files if you want to use them like this, because it needs to override everything else from PNG if you want to use any other vegetation files. Jovan, 60 FPS, I'm running 60 FPS set. Yeah, 100%. Prism 3D had a lot of errors. Liam, no, that mod is available at Madster's Gumroad. I've had it for a long time though. I'm not sure if his Gumroad is still active. Maybe it is. Shoksi, tak, Polak, no. Dzięki za pozdrowienia, też się pozdrawiam. Masterfire, I'm just looking at your comment now. It should work fine. The only thing that you might be missing due to the AMD graphics card is the DLSS setting. But you've got a strong graphics card, so you should be fine with it. It's just the Snowy Moon DLSS will not be available to you. Andre, how I've unlocked them? I'm using an extended seat view mod that is unlocking the seat position. You can find the seat view mod on Steam. There's a couple of them for ETS2. Anuj, how much money I've got in the game? 10,000 euros. Jovan, can I show you my in-game settings? Yeah. Can I have a look?